Sorry about the wait. You spin me right round, baby, right round. You spin me right round, baby, right round.
There's DIY, and there's doing it yourself. It's the difference between being creative and being a creator, between a homemade recipe and a household name, between a daydream and a dream job. It's your business, your hard work. You do it yourself. Create your website on Wix.
I love Monday.com.
What's Monday.com?
You don't know Monday.com? This is Monday.com. It's a platform that helps us run our work, collaborate with other departments, understand our business, and reach our goals.
So, project management.
No, work management. Any type of work, any kind of business at every scale. Marketing, sales, ops, HR, retail, media, manufacturing, anything work related.
But setting up a new software takes forever.
Actually, it's so simple and intuitive, you can onboard an entire company in a blink of an eye.
You have an answer for everything, huh? So, how do I get Monday.com?
Just go to Monday.com.
Oh, that makes sense.
Royalty.
We're doing alright. When we are apart, we always do the same dance. Always on the fence, never making sense. I'm not gonna feel a thing tonight. I'm not gonna be the one tonight. Don't wanna hear anything that you say. Your love is a game that I don't wanna play. So don't say you need me when I walk away. So many words, but they don't mean a thing. You blur the lines between love and obscene. So don't say you need me, cause we're not a thing. We're not a thing.
Adventure wings. Ooh. Wait. Why? Why is that not followed? Weird. Who's that? Wait, where do I hand this in? Wait, what? Is it a job board quest? Oh, it's over here. Oh, they had like potion pots there. I like that. I like that. That looks good. Is there another quest over there? Oh, right. Bing. Christmas ornaments for the wings. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay. What the fuck is going on? There we go. Bell, or then star. How? How does this person do so much damage and I do nothing? Like, I just... I guess they are 20 levels over for me. Oh my god, my heal takes so long now. Wow.
Nobody's listening. So fun and games until it doesn't toss me out. I'll hit the ignition. Now you listen. Hop up in the window. Smaller, you fade out. Hop up in the window. Yeah. You gotta get my vibe. No, there's no way I'm flying high above all your gravity, trying to bring me down, but I never stay. Hey, watch me levitate. You gotta get my vibe. No, there's no way. You can say what you want, call me insane, trying to bring me down, but I never stay. Hey, watch me levitate. Watch me levitate. Hello there.
Uh, oh, and my game crashed in that moment. Oh my god. Yo, how's it going? Loser. What up, loser? I like the Kirby. Can't let my game crash right there. That was super frustrating. Just grubbing. Nice. and cheese. What are you munching on? I had pizza earlier because I was munching. So 8 plus 30. That's funny. That's what I had. Barbecue chicken pizza. Legit. I don't know. After I had it the first time, I will probably like. I don't like normal pizza anymore. It's way easier on your stomach. It doesn't get you gut rot like so people have stomach issues and stuff. Like, yeah. So I get chicken, onion, bacon, mushroom, and then sometimes I get green pepper on it. Yeah. But it's funny because like most people will be like, "Ew, it sounds so gross," and then they try it and they're like, "Oh my god, it's so good." It's like chicken taco. I tried a taco pizza once. We'll never do that again. Absolutely horrendous, terrifying experience. So apparently when you get like lettuce on pizza with the grease, your body does not digest the lettuce. Me and my buddy both found that out. We were screaming after we went to the bathroom. Like I'm not a person to pick up the phone and call my buddy and talking about me taking a shit. And like I was like, we were like, I think I was like 20, 21, 22 at the time. I don't know. My son was like maybe a year old. But I remember being like, I know, right? Too much info. But I remember calling him and I was like, bro, you'll never guess what happened. And he's like, dude, you'll never guess what happened. And I was like, what? And he told me and I was like, same. So we'll never do that again. So every time I hear anybody be like, "Oh, I love taco pizzas," I'm like, ugh! It was odd, actually. Like, yeah, it was pretty odd. Not gonna lie. Like, it tasted good. Like, it still tasted like a taco. Like it did. Yeah, like the meat was fine. Everything else was fine on it. It's just like the lettuce was like a weird twist, and it's not like they cooked it on it. So like they put the lettuce on after. Surprisingly, it actually wasn't soggy. That was like our big fear, was it being soggy. Taco pizza without lettuce probably be fine. It's just I couldn't do it. I have like PTSD from it. Like it's just yeah. Yeah, usually when I get the barbecue pizza though, I'll get like a cheddar chipotle dip. I love like anything spicy. Talking about that, my mom got me hot sauce for Christmas, and like I love hot sauce. Like I used to be like the hot sauce king. Like I've signed a waiver. I went to Toronto, signed a waiver once because like how hot the stuff was. Pretty much saying like they weren't reliable if like my intestines twisted or anything like that, because like they can create like gases where your intestines like literally not, physically not. And like, oh yeah, like it was bomb. Best wings I've ever had. Best hottest thing I've ever ate. And like my mom got me this like hot sauce thing, and it's like rated with like flames on it, so 1 being the lowest, 2nd being the next, 3 being the next, and then 4th being the highest. And like I only had the 2nd one, and I was like, damn, that's hot. And I was like, yo, that's not good. Like I used to be able to drink like Frank's Red Hot Sauce. Like people used to bet me, like, because they'd literally be like, oh, like I don't believe you. Like Frank's Red Hot Sauce is hot. And I'm like, it's like juice to me. And I'm like, no, it's not. So like I've drank like full-blown bottles of Frank's Red Hot Sauce to prove to people, like, that shit doesn't bother me. Now I'm like scared too. game runs so much smoother now. Hot's the only flavor in it. Okay, so to me, if like there's only hot, that's the only thing you taste in it, then that's they never had flavor in it to begin with. Like there's no reason why you should ever eat anything spicy or something hot and then not taste the food around it. If the food around it you can't taste it, then like they did something wrong. Ugh. Glad you're showing up now though too, because like, oh my god, if you showed up a few days ago when I was streaming, I could not talk. I was like talking like this, and like I was hardly speaking. Like in between matches of Marvel I die. In between matches of Marvel Rivals, like I couldn't speak. I'd only speak during the matches. Oh yeah, you're looking at a GM player now. I was a Grandmaster in Marvel Rivals. So I'm probably never playing it again, because it's fucking horrible being put with diamond players that don't know how to play. Oh, I was sick. I was like sick as shit. On Christmas Eve I got sick. I had, I don't know, like a flu or something. And then like, I think it was like just after Boxing Day I started feeling a little bit better. And then I got like a lung infection or something. Like it was weird. So I got the shakes again, started overheating again, and like was constantly coughing shit out of my lungs. So that was pretty rough. And then I was like, oh, here we go. Like, now I'm getting better again. The next day, so again, 1 day grace period, wake up the next morning, have strep throat. Like, it was just back to back to back to back. Like, it just never ended. I'm just getting over it now. Let's put it this way to put it in perspective. I usually smoke like probably about like, I don't know, maybe like 50 smokes a day on average. Like I smoke a lot, so I chain smoke. I usually have like one smoke and then go. The past 3 days I haven't had a smoke. Today I had one smoke and like couldn't even finish the full thing. Yeah, I quit smoking pot. Talk about drugs. I haven't smoked pot in over a week and a half. No feeling or urge to keep smoking it. I hardly smoke pot to begin with, so. That's good, honestly. It's good. I make fun of people that vape and shit like that, and they're like, "Oh, I vape." I was like, "Oh, how long did you smoke for?" "Oh, well, I never smoked before." So I'm like, "Why the fuck you picking up a vape?" Like, vapes are meant to quit. Like, I don't get why it became a cool, like a cool trend, dude. Where you gotta vape to be cool. Like, you're just such a fucking loser. Look at me smoking vapor. Like yeah, buddy. You did not. Don't lie to me. I mean, I get vaping when it comes to like, you know, smoking pot and shit like that. But like, yeah, you had to stop that shit. Good. You'll never see me. I've used a vape to see what it was like. See what the big deal was. And I'm like, this is fucking stupid. I'm like, this is nothing. They're like, oh, we get nicotine out of it. And like, yeah, smoke a cigarette like a real man. Like, I used to roast people so hard for it. Like there's one guy who used to work with us all the time. Like when he used to drive forklift, he had like long ponytail and stuff like that, and like he had a vape and he'd vape all the time. And like when I met him, like they're like, oh, here's this guy and like whatever. And, like I was like, oh, where's your boyfriend? He's like, what? I was like, where's your boyfriend? And he was like, what do you mean? I was like, well, I don't know. This guy figured he had a boyfriend. Like the only people I know that do this are women. And like he gets so fucking mad. So every day it's him. Hey, how's your boyfriend? How's your boyfriend? I like getting under people's skin. Yeah, he quit after like a week or something like that. I'm pretty sure he quit because of me. Like, what is he gonna do? Go to HR and tell on me? Oh, HR is gonna go. Stop doing that, Matt. I'm gonna, okay. I'll change it to something else. Like. I don't know. Like, don't get me wrong, if I roasted him and he went along with it and laughed about it, we could have been like good friends and shit. But if you like approved about shit all the time and stuff like that, adios. Like, you cannot work in a factory and then not expect to get roasted anywhere at any point or tripped at any point in your life. Like, to me, factory work isn't for the weak. That's why I don't like it when like dudes are also like, women can't do factory jobs, and I'm like, they can put up with your shit, so they can definitely do a factory job. I've actually never been in shit for anything by HR except for like one time I worked in a call center. Because I'd got with the supervisor, and like I told like my one buddy, he was like supposed to be my best friend, and I'd like talked to him about it. I said, yeah man, like, you know, me and Abby are like start seeing each other and stuff, and we're gonna keep under the wraps. I'm like, you're the only one that knows. Like, I honestly have not told anybody, and like she doesn't have friends there. Like, she wasn't friendly with anybody, she didn't hang out with anybody outside of work and stuff like that. And the very first day after the weekend, I walk in, and all these girls are like staring at me, and I'm like, what? Because like I was like a playboy then, so like I was seeing a lot of the girls there, and like I couldn't figure out why. And like some of the girls were like congratulating me, and I'm like why? Because like Abby was like the top girl there, like the hottest looking girl there, and anyways, so yeah, I chewed him out, and like I told him, I said, look man, like if I like, you're a maggot for that. I'm like, that was nobody's business to go around and say anything, like not at all. I'm like, see, it's funny you say that. Hold on, I'll go to that in a second. But anyways, I was like, yo man, like if I ever see you, like I'm gonna bang you out wherever you are in the street. Like I'm gonna knock you the fuck out. Like you want to run your mouth about me, like you're fucking done. And I walked into this cop car's outside the building. I thought nothing of it, and I walked into work, and also I was stopped by the cops, and they're like, you need to go into the office. And I was like, what? Like, why? And like, you gotta think, like I want to call myself fairly popular there, because I knew everybody, a small town, everybody worked there, so like I was super friendly with everybody then and stuff like that. Like I was a people person then, and like, oh my god, they sat me down, and they're like, oh, David feels scared that he doesn't feel safe being into work, like he's not into work today and stuff like that. And they had me sign a form saying that like I wouldn't have any like physical confrontation with them at work and stuff like that. And I was like, look, you guys want me to show you the message? Like I told him it would be anywhere except for work. I'm like, so he's just a pussy. Like you gotta think, these cops are sitting there and I'm in HR calling this guy a pussy. Like, it's fucked. But yeah, the whole player thing, so like I wasn't like really a player. Like I was super respectful of people. Like people were aware of people. Like I never was shady about stuff and stuff like that. But when I grew up, like I was picked on my whole life. Like my nickname growing up was Tits. Like I didn't have a lot of friends. I was relentlessly bullied to the point where I had multiple counselors I'd see in a week and stuff like that. Like it was pretty bad. So like when I got older, I remember like I was in a Walmart, and this one guy was like, my best friend at the time was going, hey man, like look, like, that girl's checking you out. And I was like, no man, like she's checking you out. He's like, well, go to the next aisle and see what happens. You gotta think, like this teenage girl, like no reason to be in the food section where we are. And we walk around the corner, because that guy just turned 18. Like we walk around the corner, and she like followed. And And I was like, oh. Like, and she was like just looking at something, like staring at me, like doing the whole side-eye thing. And I was like, oh, okay. So like my ego kind of grew that day. So I was like, all right, you know, like people are looking at me this way. Let's kind of give me some confidence. So I went around and like I just saw like the hottest chick I ever wanted to get with, and I was like, I'm gonna go up to her and see how she's doing. I just started like talking to her and hooked up with her and stuff like that. And I was like, all right, let's go. And then after that, it was like a form of self-harm at the same time. Like it's like I hated myself, but I did it to prove to myself that I loved myself. So like I got pretty busy. It was pretty bad. And then like it's ruined some of my relationships too. Like I was seeing a girl this year, probably one of the healthiest relationships I ever had too. And like for some reason the one night she's kind of like asked me, and she was like, oh, like you seem like really like creative in bed, and like you just know like what you're doing. Like I never have to tell you anything, or like there's no coaching on anything. And she's like, but you do things that kind of like surprise me. And I was like, yeah, like I am like experienced. And then she was like, well, how many people you slept with? And then I was like, you don't really want to know that. And she's like, well, why? And I was like, so if I tell you how many people I slept with, like it's gonna change the way you look at me, and like I don't want that to happen. And she's like, oh no, it's fine. But then she kept like looking at me, and I was like, you really want to know, don't you? And she's like, yeah, kind of. And I was like, oh. And like I regret telling her. I should have just never told her, because like after that, also like I started being treated differently and stuff. I noticed like her attitude towards me changed. Why is that yellow? Oh, just let me know in the area of the quest. Yo, that's lit. Okay, how much do I need? 30 pina? Yeah, like I literally told her, I'm like, you do not ever want to ask me questions like you don't really want the answer to, because if that's the case, like you're not hurting me, you're gonna hurt yourself. Because I'm blunt and honest. I will give you full detail of everything. Oh, I'm blunt as fuck? Yeah, same. What annoys me is when girls are like, oh, I want to start doing like OF and stuff like that, and I'm like, oh, like I've done like content before and stuff like that, and like they're like, oh. And also they stop talking to me. Like, bitch, like why you stop talking to me? You literally just said you were gonna do fucking content. You're no different than me. Don't sit there and say you wouldn't make money for something that you love doing. That's a fucking lie. Like, we are human beings. If we can make money off of it and we love doing it, then yes. And for women to be like, oh, we're such like feminists and like women's rights and stuff like that, like sex trade has been the longest fucking like trade in the world. So like the most recognized thing in the world, and yet you're gonna sit there and talk to me like I'm now demoralized, but yet you're the one that's telling me you're gonna go do it. So what on higher standard are you when you're the one going out to do it right now? Like, it's unreal. You dealt with this in a friendship you had? Like, what do you mean? Like, where you, where they, like, had knowledge of you doing things and, like, they just all of a sudden changed their tune towards you? Yeah, there's no reason to be like that. So that's why I like have an issue with like having friends with people nowadays, because like people are so two-faced and stuff like that, and like I know I'm like an honest person, and like my one friend, like example, she was telling me that she found out that like I told her so this mutual guy we know, she's dating him, she has a kid with him now. And I was like, dude, like, why are you dating him? Like, when we met him, like, one of our experiences with him was him crying out in the hall because he got caught fucking getting nudes from another girl when he was in a relationship. And then on top of that, you also knew about him, like, being a cheater, and he also went to jail for domestic. And then you're, like, going, oh, like, defending him, and then being like, oh, well, one time he did hit me. Oh, and then going, oh, well, I caught him getting pictures, and I'm so upset and stuff like that. Like, what are you upset about? You knew this. Like, you literally knew this. Like, you set yourself up for failure, and then you're going, oh, like, I'm surprised. I have a surprise reaction. Like, what? Like, you are not... You are... People are special, but nobody is special enough in the world to change anybody. Ever. People change for themselves, not for anybody. Like, it's... Don't trick yourself into thinking you're some magical creature where you make an enormous impact on someone's life where they're like, I made a difference because of you. That's such a rare occasion. Like, such a rare occasion. I have constantly gone on my way my whole entire life to make a difference in people's lives, to like make a difference and be there for them and support them through the roughest patches when like nothing, when nobody in the whole world is against them. And not once did I ever get a thanks from any of those people except for one person. Like I remember I met some guy, the first experience meeting them and stuff like that, and he was like stealing like money out of the washer and dryer out of his building and stuff like that. And then like I was like, hey man, like you deserve better than that. Like, you know, like I believe you can go out and get a job and you can do something for yourself instead of doing that. They now live 15 minutes away from me. They live in London, have a nice house, have a family. And they messaged me like 4 years ago going, thank you man so much, because not a single person believes in me. I was in and out of jail. My parents gave up on me. Everybody did. And you're the only person that gave me hope. And because of that small bit of hope that you gave me, I managed to do something with myself. And I was like, damn bro, like congratulations. But like I would sacrifice my emotions and mental state 100 times over just for that one experience again. I tend to overshare. Here's the thing, I don't believe in oversharing. I believe that people are weak. People are absolutely weak. They don't like the truth, they don't like hearing honesty, and people are uncomfortable when they can't comprehend things. So there's no such thing as oversharing. Those people are just uneducated, they are ill-mannered people, and they have low mental states. That's not you, it's them. Yep. Like Derek, okay, so you're talking about like I'm not like someone else having a relationship and stuff like that. Like I will tell people like, yeah, like I'm excited for you and stuff like that, but like, man, to ramble on for like a whole day about a relationship, it's just kind of wild. Like you're in a new relationship, like there's no reason to be like over dramatic about it. Like you're just getting to know a person. Like yes, I get it's super exciting and stuff like that, but like you don't even know who this person fully is yet. Like you're new, it's fresh, it's young. Like give it time, because people show their colors after. When you're younger, you do what's called the 3-month rule, but after I've had kids, it's called the 6-month rule. Because at 3 months, people start showing their true colors, and at 6 months, you'll find out if they actually have the true intentions of being with you or not. How many times I've heard in my life, oh my god, Matthew, I love you so much, and I want to be with you, and I want to marry you, and stuff like that, because I'm everything that people want, but at the end of the day, they don't love me. Because I can show them what basic human needs are, like, I can tend to those basic human needs, and I can give them basic decency that they have been lacking in their whole life because they're through abusive relationships. So they realize like they're not actually in love with me. They're in love with the idea of me. I've accepted the fact of that as like I'm a filler in people's lives. So I stopped letting people in because I'm tired of people coming in and out. Like, I'm 32 years old and I don't have any friends from when I was younger. I don't deserve to be a filler. I'm not a lesson to anybody in life, and simple as that. I'm not here to be a teacher. I'm here to live my life. Like, yes, I like helping people, but, like, I'm not everybody's fucking therapist. Yeah. Like, I'm in a weird spot right now where it's like I know I want a relationship, but I don't have anybody that, like, I would sit there and like want to give that to anymore, because I'm tired of being damaged by other people. I'm tired of empty promises. I'm tired of believing people and getting my hopes up that this is like something legit and someone feels the same thing about me. And I realize like what we define as love is completely different on a different level to everybody else. Because what you feel is love is maybe something different for somebody else. Sure, I might feel love as like this super extraordinary thing, but to someone else it might be lower than what they feel. So when I'm around them, I feel it on a physical level and emotional level, and they only feel it on a mental level, not on a physical level. So we don't actually truly connect. Yeah, exactly.
Switch.
Same. I like being independent too. Like it's, I don't know. Like I'm in a weird spot. Like I'm seeing somebody. She'll probably come over later tonight. But it's not like we're dating though, right? But like we have everything involving dating, but just minus like the like emotional shit. Like it's weird. Like I know she sees other people, and I have no issue with it. Like it doesn't bother me. But like I get what I want out of it. Does that make sense? And she goes get what she wants. But it sucks because I think we're getting attached to each other, which is kind of annoying. Because like I know I'm gonna have to break it off if we both are like it. People that care for me way more than they can handle and act like they can, or they don't help at all, half-ass everything, and use me for... What do you mean for ranting at my face points? I don't know, people use me and stuff like that. Like, I'm literally in debt because like I was engaged to a girl for 2 weeks, and it showed. So like, when I was engaged to her, like, wait, what? Did I miss something? One sec. Oh, therapy notebook, yeah. Like, see, that's the thing. So, like, the girl I dated, like, she had severe depression and stuff like that. And, like, I don't know. She was definitely abusive to me and shit. But I mean, when I got there, like, she had so much garbage in the back. She had over 20 garbage bags in her backyard and stuff. Her place smelled horrible. She had roaches in her house. I mean, I got the whole place clean and stuff like that. Like, I spent the whole time, like, on my birthday, I spent the day cleaning her place. And then on, like, for Valentine's Day, I'd got her, like, all this stuff. So, like, I'd got her, like, this Harry Potter card where it popped out. And it was a pop-out castle, like Hogwarts and stuff like that. And the paint, and she's just started getting into and painting and stuff like that. And it was paintbrushes, but they were wands. Or sorry, makeup brushes, but they were wands. And then I got her, like, this giant, like, one of those throw-over, like, poncho things, but it's, like, unicorn and stuff like that. And, like, she cried because, like, no one had ever, like, given her birthdays like that. Like, no one had ever done anything and stuff. And then, when, it was time for, like, Valentine's Day and stuff like that, like, I'd taken her out, got her flowers and all that jazz. And she goes, oh, for Valentine's Day, like, I cleaned my place. Like, that was her Valentine's Day gift to me, was doing that. On my birthday, she just told me happy birthday and was like, oh, like, here's sex. Like, I'm sorry, but, like, anybody can give me sex at the end of the day. Like, that's nothing considered at all. Like, there's nothing was out of your way to do anything. And like, yeah, I don't know. There's just so much wrong with it. Like it just. Why is my chat working? What's going on? Okay, let's rest again. Right. So then I was engaged there for 2 weeks and stuff like that, and like I am open. I am absolutely open about this. I don't care because I'll be clear. I've never gone to court for this. I was never charged with anything. Nothing. So long story short, my daughter's mom accused me of raping her when we were going to court because she was losing her court battle. For some reason, she thought that would win her the court case, was getting me in jail. So that was a huge thing. I had a huge like issue with women for a while. I used to get scared of women. I'd literally stand near them. I'd start doing this. So I stopped going out in public for a while. It's like probably like my peak of my anxiety, like when my anxiety really started and stuff like that. But so this girl that I was engaged to for like 2 weeks, whatever, she was like once she got that ring in, she got fucking mean to me. Like the first week was great, and then she got fucking mean, like really fucking mean. She'd punched me twice in the head and shit like that. Cause like the one night we were like up in the middle of the night and like we were laughing and giggling. All of a sudden nowhere, it just hooked me. Told me to shut the fuck up. And I was like, what the fuck was that? And like I was like, I would never fucking hit you. And like she was like, oh, my other boyfriends have and stuff. I'm like, I'm not your other fucking boyfriends. I'm like, I've never threatened you. I've never laid a hand on you. I've never even yelled at you. Like, what the fuck was that? And then when she was done, like when she was done all that shit, she like gave me back the ring and she like played it off as she was like this, like I was this mean fucking person. I did nothing for her, bro. I raised her kids while she slept over 12 hours a day. But whatever. Anyways, so fucking, so like I get home and stuff like that, and after that she's like, I have it on my phone still. I've kept it for years, and I'll always keep it. And she was like, oh, you're fucking blah blah blah, and like you're like. My daughter's mom's name's Cheyenne. She's like, Cheyenne's right about you. Like you're a rapist and stuff like that. And I was like, bruh. Like, what? Like, so I keep it forever. Like, I'll keep everything as, like, my protection to like, save me in any scenario. Because, like, it's fucking unreal. Like, it's horrible because I've been in, like, bad situations with people. Like, I've made friends with people. They're like, oh, like, I've got domestic before. And, like, I never did that and stuff. And I was like, oh, you know, like, maybe this person's genuine and didn't do it. Because, like, women do some crazy-ass shit. Like, women abuse the fucking system. And, like, because, like, I'm an example of it and stuff. And like then I found out the one guy like I was friends with, like he fucking beat the girl he was with. Like it sucks because my son's mom was friends with her and she's like defending her. I'm like, I don't know, Megan. Like people are crazy. Like you don't know that and shit. And then they showed me the pictures, and like he beat her with like a dog leash. She had like a huge black eye, broken bones and shit. Oh. Okay. What was the last thing you heard? Yeah, but what part, like where it cut out, what was the last thing you heard? I was because I pretty much said that like she accused me of like raping her, like accused me of raping her pretty much. Like not accusing me, but like she was like, oh, like you're a rapist, just like your daughter's mom said and stuff like that. And I was like, for what? Like what? In what point did I do anything to you? Like I literally have done nothing. I've done everything you've asked at any point. I've always respected every boundary she ever had and stuff like that. Like she wanted me to do like CNC and like I was nervous to fucking do it because like that's so borderline and it bothers me and stuff. So like it's just yeah. But like oh, Shambula right now? No, I don't have it on right now. But like watch, even though I put it on, they'll still hit me for like 200. But like yeah, like it's my ex was nuts. So like I have a lot of trust issues with people for that reason because I learned that like even when I can tell people and like people will turn around and like weaponize it against me and stuff like that. So like it's wild, like fucking wild. But like if I really did all that stuff, why did I never go to court? Why was I never in jail? Like why? I'm like. Like, I remember the detective calling me and being like, look, man, I've done this for 30 years. And he's like, on unprofessional level, she's crazy. You need to stay away from her. And he's like, we sat there and, like, we have a 3-hour video of, like, when they do, like, because, like, what happens, like, women will get, like, a rape kit done. And they'll sit there and they have, like a video test statement or whatever. Because, like, you have to get the information. Well, I know it sucks and it sounds fucking horrible for someone to go through something traumatic. But you have to get information while it's fresh, right? My game crashed. Oh my god. Yeah, so like I won't do CNC ever again because of that. It honestly like scares me. But yeah, so like the detective was like, oh, he's like on an unprofessional level, she's crazy and like, you know, you need to stay away from her, so no problem. And he's like, you know, he's like, she had a 5-year plan, like she knew where your daughter was gonna go to, who she was gonna live with, what's like everything, like who her doctor was gonna be. She planned it out, and I was like, fuck, like, because like I never thought something like that would happen to me, and especially from her, because because when court first happened with my daughter, they were like her family and her friends were going, Matt, don't let your daughter near her and stuff like that, and like me being me, ignoring it, being like, well, not ignoring it, but I was like, why? And they're like, trust us, like she's had 3 kids already, and they're all taken away by CAS, and like, which is CPS for the states. And like, you just need to get full custody. And I was like, well, I want her to have a chance and opportunity to be a part of my daughter's life, right? Because like I couldn't imagine my life without my parents being involved. Because I didn't live a life like that, right? I had both my parents involved. And I'll never forget the night when I was like going up to Brockville to go do this. Like, we're sitting there drinking, and I remember like she was bawling her eyes out, and I'm like, what's wrong? And she's like, oh, you know, like I don't understand, like everybody's against me, and like you're just so supportive of me, and like you care about me, and I don't understand why, because I've screwed you over before, like I treated you like shit, and like I lied to you, and like I don't understand. And I was like, yeah, because like I just want the best for everybody. Like, why is that? I spawn in dying. Wow. I mean, anything to do with CNC to me, you have to be conscious. Like, I was on a site called FetLife for a while, where like you explore kinks and shit, and like there's people on there that were like into like being sedated and stuff like that, and that's fucking terrifying to me. Fucking terrifying to me. But yeah, even after all that though, I'm just like surprised. Like I was fighting in court against CIS, people that were trying to take my daughter away and give her to me to begin with, for her mom to even have rights and stuff like that, and then she turned around and did that. Which is fucking mind-blowing. Oh, so the sedated thing to me is fucking terrifying. Like, it is. I could never, like even just basic CNC, I couldn't even, it took me months to get into, like I wasn't even like into it, I just did it for her kind of thing, like it was a big leap, like I had rules around it. She was like, oh, like even like when I say no, like you just do your thing and stuff, and I'm like, no, like If like you are at a limit or something, you need to like pinch me or something. Like you have to have access to like your hands, like, be able to like touch me and stuff like that, because I need a response knowing that everything's okay. I can't not know something's not okay. Like I can't. That's not good. Like that's not. Like it's like I remember like doing like I've done like rope play and stuff like that. Whatever you do like ropes and stuff like that, like I have to have my hand near their hand or something, and they need to be able to pinch me. Especially if like someone's gagged and you can't speak. Like I need a response. I can't guess. I don't know what's happening. Like you need to tell me. It's not my body, so I don't know how your body reacts to things, and you need to have a response system to it. Like it's not only just a safe environment for the person I'm with, but I need a safe environment for myself. Like, you cannot have people not feeling safe or putting trust issues in people, you know? Oh my god, bro, they just rinsed me. Holy crap. I forgot to put on my pod. Oh, they're still gonna rinse me anyways. Max found out that I liked via poking my no boundary before it was even discussed. I'd say something was... Yeah, I mean like... That's why I had like rules around rules, right? So like, if you have a rule that like, hey, like I like the, like my no boundary being pushed and stuff like that, like if you're saying no, there has to be what I call an absolute no. So something where it's like, not like, no, don't do that, no, don't do that, it's no. Like it needs to be a firm no, or if that's something you can't do because you don't feel like you have like the it in you to talk to someone like that, then you need to, again, that's where I introduce like the pinching thing, right? Like you need to have access where you can touch me, and like so I understand like in a situation like where too much is too much. Oh yeah, something else I forgot to say too, that same crazy ex, like that girl I was engaged to for like 2 weeks, she messaged me for 4 days after, after I'd gone home and like sold the ring and shit. She literally sat there and messaged me for 4 fucking days. Need I remind you, I responded to it 0 times. 0. And then people are like, oh, why don't you date anybody anymore and stuff. That's why, man. I'm tired of it. I find every crazy chick ever. And like, that's what sucks. Is like this girl I've seen, like I like her, like I do, but I know I can never have a relationship with her. Like she's like going through what? I'm always going through something. I live in a constant state of like anxiety. I live everything constantly. Like every day I think about it. I can never not. I have PTSD. Like 100% I have it. Like I literally wake up in the middle of the night, like going, like as if I relived it because I thought about it and stuff. It's horrible. I got full degree. I have PTSD 100% from it. There's moments where like I can't emotionally connect with women at times because I'm disconnected because of that. Where like I remember like the one night like we're having a great time. I was like girl I was dating, we're having a great time and stuff, and then like she's like we wanted to like fuck around and do stuff, and I was like I'm sorry I can't right now. And she was super sweet and like she was like yeah no problem, like I understand, and like I loved it. She was like respecting my boundaries through and through. She understood if I was upset about something. Like I remember like people were doing like it sucks because like I love jokes, like I love any type of jokes, and like I can laugh at some jokes, but like I remember like the one day it was just on my mind, and like we were watching a comedy special and like someone started talking about like rape jokes and stuff, and I was just kind of like I think she saw like my face drop and stuff, and she was like Matthew, like are you okay? And I was like yeah, like I'm fine. She's like no Matthew, like are you okay? And she's like okay, let's change it. And I was like no, like it's fine. And like I made myself watch it, and like it burned me every time you spoke about it. Like it just felt like I was putting gasoline on myself and setting myself on fire. It was just unreal. But yeah, like that's what sucks about like this girl is like she's like I was like talking about how I have trigger finger and stuff, and I'm like oh I've been to the hospital a few times this year because like my finger and stuff. And she's like, oh, I've been in the hospital too. And I went, what, Grippy Sock Prison? And she laughed. And she's like, yeah, I've been there 7 times this year. And I was like, ah, there it is. There it is. Couldn't figure out why I liked her. And I was like, there it is. Money. Never fails me. Never fails me. Oh, yeah. And she, like, I'll send her home sometimes because she's manic and stuff. Because I'll realize she's manic. And, like, I have kids. So, like we'll wake up in the morning and I can look at her and, like, her eyes are like... And I'm like, hey, Marissa, time to go home. Like, she's a super nice girl and stuff like that. She's super smart, too. I've kind of came to the conclusion that she's probably, like, borderline psychotic, like, legitimate. Because, like, I mean, she's smart. And, like, she's really smart. Like, she's only, like, I think she's, like, in her early 20s. And, like, she was an academic everything. She does debate and stuff like that. Like, she's smart. And, like... that alone, usually when girls are like that and like they end up going to psych wards like that, they usually end up being psychopaths. So like I'm just very cautious of it. So like if she's fine in the morning, I don't mind her being up with the kids like when the kids are here. But like if she's manic, I'll send her home. I won't have her around my kids. So but I mean, if she's not gonna start taking her pills again, she's just not gonna be around my kids at all. Because I can't risk a psycho episode. Like, I can't risk some crazy shit happening. Because it's not fair to my kids to, like, witness it and stuff. But I have some weird nervous thing about it, though. Because, like, she's really open with me. And usually when girls like that are really open with me and they usually have like disorders and stuff like that, they usually like lash out at me because they're comfortable with me, so they expose that side to me. And like, so my example is what was it? What the fuck? How? Oh my god. It's getting frustrating. What was I saying? I blanked.
It's been a while since I've seen your face. How you been? I'll admit I really miss this place. Just so you know you haven't
I guess it's irrelevant, 'cause I forgot. But yeah, like I know I have a self-destructive nature too. It's like when I get overwhelmed with things, I'm what's called like a true addict. So like people can sit there and be like, oh, I've been clean for like 3 years and stuff like that. Like you can clean for 3 years all you want, but at the end of the day, like if you're a true addict, like you will break. You will break every fucking time, and you will hold shame in yourself for that, but you won't admit it to anybody or yourself for the longest time. But I can admit it to myself and go, yeah, like I have a fucking problem. That's why I talk about things too. Like I vent a lot, because if I don't, I'll relapse. And like I used to be like a meth head and shit, so like I'd like to, you know, not go down a road like that again. I've lost all my friends to it. I don't have any physical friends that are alive anymore except for one. And I used to be a fairly popular person back in the day. So I mean, considering that I have one friend, physical friend remaining, says a lot. So that's why when you're like, oh, you're probably going through it right now, like, yeah, I am. That's why I'm venting, because like I know I'm overly stressed. But I'm also not using pot as a crutch right now too. So I'm probably like stuck in my head without realizing it. Because I've learned to force it in the back of my mind instead of like addressing it.
It's been a while since I've seen your face. How you been? I've really missed this place. Just so you know, you haven't been replaced. Guess I still think of you now, like nothing has changed. And we just come tonight. I'll have so good a time. We're both so synchronized. Whoa. And we can't let a lie in between you and I. There's always every night. It's always with you. It's always with you. It's always with you.
God.
You didn't pick up. I kind of just called to hear your voice. I miss you. I've been thinking about you, and I've been thinking about our love, and how much I miss you. I miss being around you, hearing your laugh and holding your hand. I think of you every day. I hope and I wish that you're doing okay. I want to go back to the old days. Because I miss you. And I just thought of you.
Beautiful. Just need 2 more.
Even if things never go back to what we were, what I became so used to, that I thought would be forever.
Need 1 more. Hello? How's it going, nice coffee? So you know you're muted. Bam, 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 bam. Finally done with this. And I leveled up, finally.
Oh?
Seamon. Who is that? Um. Oh, there's so many people here. No, you're okay. Nice. What's up? How are you? What else is that into now? What's this? Gosh. Good golly gosh. Bam. Sell. 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 1 minute, 1 second here. I'm just gonna go refill my coffee really quick. Did you ever get access to Smite 2 at all? Which ones are those? Close out of close up, I don't blame you, honestly. I thought it was gonna die, honestly, because like it was averaging like 20 people a day when it first came out. Like it was over 100 at first, and then it went down to like 20. That was horrible, but it's going up now. So I mean, they must have listened to like the community and stuff. I do want to play it when it comes out though, because like Smite is my OG MOBA, like absolute #1 MOBA I played. I played that when it was in closed beta. Back in the day, I remember being like, I think 17, maybe 15, 16 or 17, something like that. We'd get an email. The only way we knew the server was up, get an email going, hey, server will be open on Thursday for 2 hours at this time. We'd literally call into high school. Oh, we're sick. Meanwhile, we're literally across the street. My buddy literally, like, we could literally walk from the front doors across the street in 30 seconds to my buddy's place. No, fuck the fish. Fuck the fish. Would you ever play an MMORPG like this at all? So if for some reason you ever decide to play a game like this, let me know. I will like help you in the beginning. No? Not up your alley? What up, GM? Not bad. Yeah, the one night, Hawk, I was in the party with like Boyd and Tyler, and I was like, bro, I'm so tired of these fucking diamond lobbies. Like, I deserve GM, and they both started laughing. I was like, what? They're like, it's like, you're not good enough to be in GM, and I was like, I absolutely am. I'm like, my win rate is fucking crazy, bro. My KDA is absurd for like my rank. Like in Diamond, I had a 6.0 KDA, bro, and like even the pros, like they only average a 3.0 to 4.0 KDA. I'm in GM and I still have like a 5.0 to 6.0 KDA. Oh. I thought being a GM would be better, bro. Oh my god, it was definitely not. It still keeps me with diamond players and stuff, man. So like, it's still hit and miss on the TPS. Like, yeah, the games are definitely better, but like you still get the games where like it's still gut-wrenchingly bad. Like, man, I got off. I played a game today. Last night I streamed it. I played my first game, bro. After 3 rounds, my Psylocke had 6 elims. 6 elims. Had done 8,000 damage when the rest of us did 14,000 damage and higher. Even I had 6,000 damage on support, and they had 7,000 damage on DPS. I was like, yeah. I'm like, today's not the day, and got off. Like, I need like people to play with. There is one guy I do play with. His name's Batman. Actually, it's just super fucking funny. Because his name's Bruce Bane in the game. He's a good DPS though. I give him that. He's good. And what I say, man, everyone's like, Rocket's fucking ass. And I got up there. I played with a few guys that were in Eternity already and stuff like that. And they're like, yes, Rocket is 100% one of the best fucking supports in the game. People just don't know how to play him properly, so they say he's one of the worst. Because if your DPS is good enough, you shouldn't have to have a DPS support. Like, Manus is great, but Manus is not actually that good. Like, her heals are so luck-laster, because I call them patchy heals. So they will heal and burst, but then you're on like a long cooldown. So there's a long period of time where you're not healing. Because if you're not hitting your crits, you're not getting your charges back. And everybody, bro, in GM plays like this. Just jumping constantly, so you miss a lot of crits. For that reason, so Manuses can't just fucking rinse you. Same with Widows and stuff like that. For some reason, the Widow players are actually good in GM. Which is weird, because the Widow definitely does not do enough damage for her, like, kit. I still think Widow needs a buff. Maybe Eternity worthy. It's like, we'll see. I don't know if I'm that good, but I know I deserve GM though. Yeah. Hawk, you should see my friends list now, man, on Marvel Rivals. It's crazy. After every game, people are adding me. So it's weird because for me, my issue is DPS, and I guess according to everybody else, their issue is supports. So after every game, someone's like, "Yo, add me, add me, add me, add me, add me." I mean, we can play. I have an ult. I have an ult that's playable in rank. It's only in silver. I'll carry you up as far as I can go. Oh yeah, and apparently when you get into Eternity too, so I got like a warning message since I went into GM. And once you get into so far into GM, it, like through GM3, it goes, hey, just letting you know, when you get to Eternity, you can only 4-stack. So you can't 6-stack after on Eternity, only 4-stack. Me long. I don't know, man. That was like Hawk, like that was like Overwatch as well, right? Like I was like, bro, like I should not be in plat. I should be in diamond at least in that game. Like it. Same with you and Iron. Like you and Iron being stuck in plat like bothered me. Especially Iron. Like Iron was actually good at Overwatch, bro. Like he carried most of the games as DPS, so it was fucking frustrating to watch that guy sitting in plat all the time. Like he even went for a tryout for a bunch of like masters and stuff. 100% better. Absolutely. Like dude, like I was mediocre at DPS, and like the fact that I got to plat 1 and almost hit diamond within 50 games was unreal. And for some reason Iron couldn't move through it. And like like I said, I watched him carry games, game after game after fucking game on DPS, bro. Felt so bad for him. How have I not got a cranium drop yet? Oh no, these guys drop Poison Sting. Look at his wings bugged out, they're back there. Yeah, I don't know. Well, Overwatch is such a disappointment, man. 2 years of being like teased, like cock teased, just shown the tip constantly of fucking PvE for them to be like, ah, we ain't gonna do it. Like, fuck off. Well, that was pretty much like my game changer for that game, bro. When they canceled that, I was like, yeah, this is over. Like, it would have been sweet, bro. It looked exactly like Borderlands, the way the trees looked and stuff like that. Borderlands is an absolutely huge game. People religiously go back and play it over and over and over again. Doesn't matter which Borderlands it is, minus #1. But people constantly go back and play them, and like, they fucked up. They fucked up. They might as well just quit while they're at it. No, bro, people complain way too much. Yes, the characters look basic. The characters will always look basic, but it's the skins. You get dope looking skins in the game. So again, don't know why people are complaining. They have new loot and stuff like that, like a new rarity, which looks fucking sick. It has like some rainbow glare to it and stuff like that. People just like to complain, bro, and they're only complaining because of the sake of fucking the Borderlands movie. I mean, the Borderlands movie was an absolute joke. It's like the Dragon Ball live action should have never been a thing. Talk about Dragon Ball. Maze and watching Dragon Ball Super, dude, we literally sat down and watched 20 episodes last night. It was unreal. I couldn't believe it. He's in the Tournament of Power, so you gotta see like UI for the first time. And like, yeah, he was like pretty stoked. Yo, Coffee, how's it going? 1 second. I don't know what it is, man. Like, it was like, I like Warframe. Like, I loved it. When it first came out, dude, it was so cool. Like, it was innovative, it was new, and like, I don't know, man, like, what it is about it now, I just can't get into it. Like, I don't know. Like, like, that game was so reliant on the touchpad and stuff like that, too, when it came out on, like, the PS4 for the first time, and like, you gotta remember, when the PS4 first came out, there was one football game, there was Warframe, and something like called Resogun or something like that. It was like 3-dimensional though. And like, I don't know, dude, like I just... After they got rid of the touchpad stuff, they were like, oh, it's too hard for people. I was like, fuck you. Like, because originally they were a company here in London, Ontario, so it was originally 20 people, little guys. One of the guys I went to high school with, he ended up moving to London and was part of the project and stuff like that. So like I was stoked to like play it. It was so fun. But I remember the first time too. They're like, "Oh, here, okay, here you did your first run, finished like the first planet kind of thing. Now here, now you're gonna craft your first item. Okay, go to craft the first sword," and it goes, "Oh, it's gonna take 12 hours to craft." And I was like, like 12 hours. So you're playing with basic gear the whole way through until you craft your first thing after 12 hours. Like, I'm pretty sure it was like that though, because there wasn't that much to the game to begin with. So. Oh, I'm not in my Discord, just so you know. I'm in the Tremerdy Discord right now. Like, I know you put up Discord there, but... No, I know it's not. It definitely looks better. Like, it's definitely more graphically appealing and stuff like that. The maps definitely look better, too. They were... Dude, the original maps, like, they were so small. They were... Take you, like, 5 minutes to go through them, kind of thing. Well, to walk from, like, one side to the other. Not fighting stuff, but... Like, I used to play Loki and stuff, so like you'd like teleport around, you go like, it was cool. It's geared towards nerd players, yeah, probably. They would have to at this point. It's so, like, dude, it's been out for so long, it literally dropped. The game dropped when the PS4 was released, so they have to do something to like keep players coming in. Oh yeah, Hawk, look at this bug. So see how I have wings on? Black Arrow's wings are literally right there. His wings are attached, but in the game, they're just sitting right there. It's just the weirdest bug ever. It's so funny. I'm in this game's Discord. If you want me to switch over, I can. I can go over to mine here. Because no one's in the channel. Bam. There you go. No! Run from the tiger! Run! Oh, I didn't get the aggro. Hey, how's it going? You're really quiet. Hold on, I gotta turn you up.
Do it.
Do it, you won't.
Right?
There we go. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh,
Jesus. Okay. Okay, I will literally download a Hawk just for the sake of the Backstreet Boy thing, because how they introduced Backstreet Boys into a fucking galactical game is... I need to know. I need to see this now. If I cannot sit there and run around killing things to Backstreet Back, then like I do not want to play it.
What is back? What is that?
Backstreet Boys?
Oh.
Like Backstreet Back, alright, bow, bow, now, now. Bow,
Well,
bow,
now
now, now.
I know what you're talking about.
Everybody,
I just didn't
yeah.
know what... I just didn't know what Backstreet Back was, okay?
Oh. Fuck yeah. I used to... It's funny, I remember like I was sitting there, someone was playing it and like, and I had an open mic on, I was playing it while we were playing Marvel Rivals, and I was singing at the top of my lungs, and everyone's like, how do you know that? And I'm like, bro, I am 32.
I got
Like-
goated Fortnite aim settings from Instagram. It just appeared on my feed, and I'm like, okay, let's try this out. Because I aim like dog shit. Maybe I'm just doing this wrong. I put in the settings, and now I suddenly can aim. Who would have thought?
Yeah, I watched my 11-year-old and my 6-year-old son play Fortnite, and like, I was like, I don't know, I was chirping my son the one day, like my oldest, and I was like, ah, you'll never be as good as your dad at Fortnite and stuff like that. And I looked at his stats, and he's like just a little bit worse than I am. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, like he actually wins games and shit like that. He actually like You usually walk into games like 10 kills or more and stuff, and I'm like, damn, bro, like,
Imagine getting schooled by a child.
right? Like, even my 6-year-old man could, like, pick up the controller, and, like, my son will be like, he's over there, and then he instantly, like, snaps on him, starts shooting him, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah, I played like shit before this. I mean, it was okay, but my aim settings were just like base, and I'm like, how can I make myself better?
right?
And without even trying, I found aimbot settings. I don't
I mean, do you play builds at all?
know.
Yeah, I don't. I play 0 builds. Fuck that. There's no way I'm gonna let an 8-year-old build a fucking 5-star Marriott over my head, and I'm building a fucking 1-star Days Inn. Like, no thanks.
Yeah, I'm completely good on that. Yeah, I'm basically just like, yeah, no, I'm okay. I would rather not deal with someone building a haunted mansion around me
Right? Yeah, like it's, I don't know.
with fucking traps and shit.
It's funny though, because all those
Like,
kids,
I just can't do that.
all those kids that know how to edit and stuff like that, they can't actually aim in real life. So like, all my kids' friends, like they were playing with me the one day, and they were like, "Holy man!" Like, because like they're like, "Let's play like a free-for-all thing with all of us, like no builds, just running around shooting each other." I'm like, "Okay," and I smoked them, and they're like, "Dude," they're like, they call me Zayden's dad. So like, Zayden's dad, like, how are you that good at this? And I'm like, because I know how to aim. I'm like, I just don't know how to build. Like, you guys have your fundamentals are building. That's all you do. You constantly guys go into training every day and just focus on building. So like, you guys never understood how to actually pressure people and like hide behind things because you're reliant on being able to put a wall in front of you, so you don't know how to play true cover because you can build cover at any moment.
Yeah, I feel like Zero Build definitely saved this goddamn game because once Creative got released, there was no nerfing anyone who knew how to build because it would only get worse. And now I'm just like, okay, so there's these cool, like, people created maps. That's, like, awesome and everything, right? Love that.
Yep.
However, comma, there are people who will know life creative and just spam build,
Yep.
spam turbo.
I like the different types of game modes it is now. Like, do you ever? I don't remember how old you are, but there was a game when I was a teenager called Gary's Mod, and it was literally everything and anything. Like, anything you could think of was in that game, and that's what Fortnite is now. It's Gary's Mod. It's just constantly whatever you can think of. Like, they have Lego now. You can literally just go log into Fortnite and go play Lego. You can go log into Fortnite,
Right?
go play a racing game. Like, just
You
pure
can play
racing.
fucking CS:GO now.
Yep. Like, it's
You
surreal.
can
Like,
play COD. There's a freaking Nuketown first-person shooter mode. It's a gun game. Verbatim. I'm like, are you kidding?
oh yeah, like it's nuts. Like the racing one, I was like sitting there and like we're at my like I was dating a girl like at the beginning of last year, and like her kids are watching me and they're like, oh, like this is a racing one, like this one looks really hard, and I started laughing and
My
they're like,
favorite
they're like-
edition is definitely Guitar Hero.
oh,
I
the
love
Guitar
that.
Hero one, yeah, it looks so sick.
Yeah,
But yeah, they were laughing at me and I'm like, what's so funny? And they're like, well,
it's basically just like,
right?
God damn it.
But they're
I
like,
died.
they're like, yeah, you're gonna have a hard time in the racing one. It looks hard. My first game, first place. Second game, first place. Third game, first place. First place, first place. And they're like, oh my god, Matt. And I'm like, yeah, like, I'm good at racing games.
Yep. I like those. It's very fun. Very
In Quest and
entertaining.
Teleport.
Holy cow. I have so many coins in this game mode I'm playing. It's called Havoc Hotel.
Habbo Hotel.
I joined like with people. Yeah.
Yeah, you understand that Habbo Hotel was invented when I was a kid, when I was 10, right? And they just brought it back last year.
Oh my god.
All right. So, go to Google really quick.
Google.
Yeah, go to Google. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay, I'll Google some shit.
and then type in Coca-Cola game like Habbo Hotel. And you're right, Coca-Cola. Exactly what I said. Coca-Cola game like Habbo Hotel, and look at what comes up. That game was 100% better than Habbo Hotel. 100%. It was fucking cool. And like, I was so upset that it went down because like you could actually play like legitimate games in it and stuff like that. Not like they were fun games. They were like minuscule games. Like Habbo Hotel was so lackluster and like what it offered. It was more just like a virtual chat room where you just kind of like went in and was like, hey, how's it going? Look at this is my place. And like the Coca-Cola one.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah. But you could get points by getting Coca-Cola though. So like you take the cap out from underneath like your pop, and then it would be like, here's a code for like 50 points, and you put like the 50 points in, and then you could go in and like buy furniture and stuff like that. So like after like let's say 6 Cokes, you could buy like a Coke machine in the game and stuff. Like it is cool.
That's kind of that's fun.
Yeah, but the games were actually like games though. Like they were fun to play.
I bet.
Or the one I used to play, I don't, you probably heard of it, Neopets.
Yes.
Yeah, I used to love Neopets. I used to be cracked at that game for no reason. I'd sit there all the time and go and play against kids, and like just I'd laugh knowing I'm beating the crap out of like 6-year-old kids in games.
That's me, but it's like
What now?
like people who are very obviously new to the game, and I'm playing like arena or some shit. I just build the most outlandish things and just like troll, but still victory. I don't understand. I will probably never understand, but like, it is what it is.
Hey, didn't you get a boyfriend?
Yeah, no, he was evil.
Oh, okay, that's not a thing now.
Yeah, that's the ex I was referring to during that whole, like, segment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I knew them for 6 years, and for some reason I couldn't click into the fact that they were a covert before getting into that relationship. Because if I would have had any of that knowledge, I would not have done it.
Yeah.
That was like the worst time of my life, really. And like, are you kidding? So now I have full-on trauma from this situation, and I also have a very large grudge.
I don't blame you. I have an $18,000 grudge against my ex, so there's that.
Yeah, no, the grudge I hold, it's intense.
Where are these people? What? Oh, they're invisible. Okay.
Like, I am genuinely fucking pissed off with the amount of time and money I've wasted on that. I noticed how much more money I have when I was able to stop spending it on them.
Yo, just spend it on me. But yeah, no, I totally get that, honestly.
Now I'm spending it on me.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I get that though. I don't know. I just throw money around when I'm in a relationship, and it's not like I'm trying to like buffer them or something. It's like I like doing things with them, but then like they're inconsiderate about it and stuff like that. Like it's
Right? That's how I feel. It's like, I can be sugar mama status, just don't piss me off. Because
right.
then you're getting your privileges revoked, and I won't feel bad.
I had
At
someone
all.
try to be a sugar mama for me once. I was 22, seeing a 42-year-old. back in the day, she was a lawyer, and like, trust me, she was fucking rich. Like, I mean, like, I live in a nice
I feel
suburban neighborhood,
like
where
the
it's
fact that I make 6 figures is insane.
right.
I'm just kind of like, I never thought I would get here in life, but here we are. I'm here. Do I know what to do with myself? Not really, but
So that's everything that went downhill, Hawk? Yeah, pretty much. I should have taken the offer. She offered to buy me a car. She was like, oh, if you go get your license, I'll buy you a car. And I was like, oh, I can't do that. Like, so I've been like raised to work for everything for myself in life, right? So like, and then someone was like, yeah, but you ever think that maybe you work so hard in your life you deserve to be rewarded like that, though? I was like, no, because I had to work for it to be rewarded, right?
buy him a car.
But
Because it would have helped me, because I'm not even, like, allowed to drive medically. So it's just like, you know, if you don't push your luck, then yeah, I'll spoil you in that way, because at the end of the day, it helps me out, and it helps you out.
there,
So it's like,
there you go, no problem then. Move to Canada, I'll marry you, you'll get your status right away, you'll get free healthcare and everything, you'll save way more money, and then just get me a car and I'll drive you everywhere. Problem solved. Solutions.
that's crazy. You asked
Hawk in my
me for...
Hawk in my stream. He's like, Till, stop.
Wait, I closed your chat.
Oh, you shouldn't have. My buddy's like tripping balls in it. He's like, Till, stop.
Damn, I missed that? I'm
Yeah.
upset. The only reason I closed it is because I didn't want
Hawk, at least I'd be getting paid. I haven't been working in over a year and a half. I need some income. Start calling you Genghis Khan at this point. Rinse.
That's funny.
I'm gonna just quit streaming forever after that comment.
You should. I mean, what? Well,
But yeah, like I live in a nice like white, I call it like the white suburban neighborhood concept, where it's all like the same like super nice houses and stuff like that. Like all the houses here sell for around like 600,000 to 900,000 concept. And like, man, like I went into, for one, not her house, her apartment, and we get into her apartment building, and like even just going in her apartment building, like the garage in there's Lambos all over, like, oh my god, Lambos, McLarens, like everything top notch you can think of is in there. Even old classic cars that are clearly worth hundreds of thousands of dollars nowadays and stuff, because they're untouched, they're not used and stuff. Like it was just like a nutgasm going in there for me. Like I was like, my face is against the window and
fucking grenade as a boss in this Fortnite mode I'm playing. This thing, I'm gonna freaking riot at how stupid this fucking bear is.
ended my career, bro. This has to be a career for it to even be ended. It was never a career to begin with. Maybe if I didn't fuck up with Pred, I probably would have had a career in that.
I've literally known you for years. Stop self-deprecating. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, in Pred I used to average 100 people watching my stream, and I fucking quit playing during the closed alpha, and then when I came back like a year after it was like out, and then was streaming it. So I had like no one watching. I rinsed that.
That's what you get. Haha. Kidding.
That was like the best thing ever. I'd sit there, stream, have like 10 people, all of a sudden fucking...
I swear to God, if I don't stop fucking missing, I
Nah.
don't even know how I'm
I feel like I fucked that up, Hawk. Because, like, I was only streaming, and then, like, Soul Reaper had raided me. A bunch of other people had raided me at the time. I think Grady was actually one of them. I'm pretty sure Grady was the first person that raided me, and he raided for me for, like, 106 people. The next guy raided me for, like, 62, and I'm pretty sure that was Soul Reaper. And then, I don't know who the other guys were. But every time I streamed, I was getting raided for 60 plus people every time. But then I was like, oh, so hardcore in Apex, right? So I mean,
Hell yeah.
almost died
I'm
again.
enjoying seeing how doing this aimbot thing has improved my game. It's a bit sad, but you know, it's cool.
Do you play on controller or mouse and key?
Mouse and key. I cannot controller anything. I am so garbage at that. Mostly because my hands get really mad at me if I play anything for too long. Feels like mouse is like exercising my hands versus freaking controller being like my hands are stuck in this really uncomfortable position. I have to hold this block of uncomfy for however the fuck long. Not a fan. But I'm sure I used to play like PS2 all the time. PS2, PS3
Yeah.
constantly. And that was a fun time of my life. However, I couldn't do it in present day. Just because my hands fucking hate me.
Yeah, Hawk, I feel like if I was ever to have like what you call like a big break, the big break would have been on Dogfighter. But I know for a fact I wasn't the one that fucked that up, the devs did by bailing on the game. They were clearly just a cash grab company. Whoop. What did I do? Clicked off the screen. Cash grab where like they updated it and they just left it and expected people to keep playing it. So
Wait, what was it? Oh, yeah. Oh, Lord.
let's buy 15 of these.
How am I just fucking missing? Jesus. Okay, there we go. No longer. Oop. Do not walk in there. Oh, there's something here.
Surprised Manny's still on Palworld. My buddy, like, he just started watching Dragon Ball Super, and like we're near the end, we're in like the tournament power spot, and like, oh my god, we literally watched 20 episodes last night. I'm used to him watching like 4 episodes and being like, oh okay, I'm gonna go to bed now, but like, we started at 12, and then by the time he got off, it was like 4:30, and I was like, dude, we just did 20 episodes, because he was like, because I told him like, when you get to this spot in the anime, it's so peak, you are never gonna want to turn it off. You're not going to realize where time goes. You're just going to be like, next, 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 next. And that's exactly what he did. Like, we were freaking out during it, like, well, like, things are happening. Even my son came downstairs and was like, Dad, you need to be quiet. You keep waking me up by yelling and laughing. And I was like, oh. Like, my kids never wake up. Oh, you want to use a speed boost too? I can too. But yours is still faster because it's a buff. The warp is this way, right?
Oh my god.
Yo, Hawk, you know what's really funny too? Is Flawless made a joke. He said the day that you quit playing Predecessor is the day the game dies. And I quit playing Predecessor and we checked it a week later and all of a sudden it just went boom, like it plummeted in player base. Which is really funny because like it's not like I have an actual impact on the game. It's not like I maintain a viewership while playing that game. Like I maybe have like 2 or 3 people watching my stream in and out over the course of the few hours of me playing. So like it was just super ironic that he said that, and then now the player base is just gone. Like it used to have 3,000 people on average on Steam, and now it's down to 900 and something. It's under 1,000. It hasn't been that bad for a long time. Isn't this the wharf over here? Oh.
Oh sh! I almost fell off the edge of something. That wouldn't. Oh god.
Oh, these guys. Yeah, yeah. Oh, all these enemies out here are aggro, bro. What?
Oh good lord.
Oh shit.
Wait. Oh. Oh my god. I got teammates that are like being nice to me and not just trolling me. Someone left me a purple AR. Like, that is crazy to me.
She's ready. She's at her mom's. Okay. Where the Uber app? Uber. Ooh, it's $1 cheaper this time.
What is?
Oh, the Uber. The girl to come over.
Not you being a whore.
Me being a whore? Absolutely not.
What do you mean, absolutely not?
No, but then, so like, okay, so the irony in this, so like, I had that healthy relationship this year, right? And there's a place, like, it's like on the outside of, like, London, it's like a sub-area, but I've never dated anyone from that area, okay? And I'm like, oh, like, where do you live? And she tells me where she lives. It's literally a block away, around the corner from the girl I dated. I was like, what the fuck? Like, why? Why is that so coincidental? Like, it's so fucking weird.
Life is just like.
Yeah, like, you gotta think, like, London has, like, 400,000 plus people, and you're telling me, like, the other person I started seeing is literally a block away from the girl I just dated for 6 months? Like, get out.
I'm not surprised. I would like to be surprised, but genuinely, small world.
Yeah.
The world is fancier than you think it is. A rocket launcher. Good Lord.
Okay, to Mandara I go. One sec, I'll be right back. I just need to go unlock the door upstairs and turn the light on.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back. Hello?
Hello. Hi.
Hello. So cold. Aside for a quick smoke, I regret it. I hate living in Canada. Why do I live where
Yeah.
the wind hurts my face?
I don't see the fucking problem. Oh my god.
You gotta turn your mic up in Discord or something. You're low.
I don't see the problem.
Cause you're low. Drop it low,
I'm not
low.
talking about that, silly.
Oh. So you just don't want to be heard?
No.
Well, that's rude.
I don't see the problem. What's the issue?
Plus 5, plus 5, plus 5, plus 5.
Yeah, maybe I just want to be dead silent.
Said the only woman ever. What?
Wow.
Don't beat me up. Yes, I landed a success on that. Oh my god. Woo! 35% yield. Fuck that.
Because you said don't beat you up does not mean that I will actually go through it. I think you just shouldn't have said dumb shit.
Me saying dumb shit? Never. Never.
More like always. You always say dumb shit.
Absolutely. No censorship whatsoever.
Uh-huh. I'm glad we're on the same page.
Bam, 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 bam.
Oh no.
Yeah, like the other. I get it. Before you say it, yes, I'm a man horse. The other person I'm seeing, she's I was talking to her and she was like, yeah, she's like I identify as like non-binary and stuff or whatever. And I was like, okay, like, and I kind of smirked and she's like, what? And I was like, well, I'm like, are you a person that likes debating things? She's like, yes, of course. So I'm like, okay, so I'm like, so we can debate like the transgender topic then, right? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, okay. And I was like, I'm like, I promise you, by the end of this, you're gonna ask me to change topics. And she's like, no, I won't. And I was like, I guarantee it, you will. Because I will fact check you up and down, and then you'll sit there in silence with nothing, and then get very upset with me. And like, it happens every time. Flawlessly every time. No, that won't happen. So we're like talking, we're like probably debating for about 30 minutes, and then she looks down at my hand and goes, oh, where'd you get the tattoo from? I said, ha, told you. You sit there and change topics. She's like, well. I was like, yeah. Ugh. Ouch.
That's crazy.
Crazy work.
I don't blame them exactly, but
Yeah, but I mean, you can't sit there and say like you're open-minded about things though, and then debate things, and then be closed-minded and be like, nah. Like a debate's a debate. There's no winner in it, and there's no right and wrong. The whole point of the debate is to come to like a common understanding of things. So I mean, at the end of the day, like if you're going, oh, like this isn't like something we should talk about anymore, then that means you saw that with a winning or losing mentality, which is the incorrect way how to like approach a debate.
it's true.
Like I love debating
Like,
people. Even if I disagree with
true
something,
about-
I will still debate them, and like I'll even take the topic I disagree with, and I'll still debate them, and they'll still be like, okay, I'm done. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I just like debating things because I understand people get tilted because people don't like hearing that, like, I don't know, people don't like being fact checked
People don't
at the
like-
end of the day.
People don't like being wrong.
Yeah, but that's the whole point of a debate, though. There's no right and wrong, though. Like, you're not supposed to have the right and wrong mentality towards it.
Yeah, but people don't see it like that.
True.
People see it like you're fucking arguing.
That's true.
Yeah, that's typically how that goes. Is it bad? Yes, but no one cares. No one cares how bad it is.
Oh, damn, I'm doing great today. What a return back to this game for my success rate. Let's go. Let's go. That was so good. Oh, I'm so close to 700 defense again. Yeah, it's interesting. She's in like a poly relationship, so like she has like a partner and stuff. But she was like, oh, I should have like introduced you to him and stuff like that. And I was like, okay. She's like, that wouldn't bother you? I'm like, no. I'm like, you guys, this is your guys' dynamic, right? Like, it's... At some point, I expected to meet him, because it's not like the respectful approach to it, you know? Like, it's not like you're some side piece. I don't ever want to be anybody's side piece to begin with, so... I should never be a secret. But yeah, fucking both the girls. So like both the girls I'm seeing were like, oh, like yeah, like we should have like a threesome sometime. I'm like, oh, okay, that'd be great. So I talked to both of them. They're like, yeah, I'd be down. We just gotta meet each other first. I'm like, okay. Then the girl's coming over. I was like, are you into girls that like have short hair? And she's like, no. I was like, fuck's sakes. like it just at this point it'll never happen. Like I'm 32 and I just kind of give up.
Never give up.
I mean, I don't know. Cause like every time someone's like, oh, like yeah, like wow, Matthew, like you're great and wonderful to be with. Like let's have a threesome sometime. I'm like okay. Every time it happens, every time. Start seeing the girl for a while. Oh, you want to have a threesome? No. Well, what happened? Well, I don't want to share you. Why not? Well, blah 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 blah. They'll have like a bunch of reasons, and it's like, well, I don't get it. Cause I hear like these girls in the same relationship. They're like, oh, like I've like shared my man with other girls and stuff, and like had threesomes. Okay, so why not me? Like, what the fuck is wrong? Like, I don't get it. Well, I don't want to share you because you're mine. Yeah, but wasn't the other guy yours too? And you shared then? I don't know.
It's so fun.
It's not fair though. That girl's engaged to for a bit, like she fucking praised me up and down, like, you know, like, oh my god, you'd be so great for a threesome and stuff, and blah blah blah. And I was like, I don't know, like, could I handle it? She's like, you could definitely handle it, Matthew. And I'm like, okay. And then fucking like after like a month of us dating, I like brought it up again, like, hey, like, are you okay with actually doing it? And she's like, no. And I was like, what? Why? And she's like, 'cause you're mine. I don't want to see another girl touch you. It'll piss me off. I'm like, for what reason? Like, what? Like, what the fuck was the Uno reverse card there?
Because they want you all for themselves. I don't know how much more obvious you can be with them.
Yeah.
So I'm cracking up. Just funny.
I don't know. I was in a group like with these like guys talking about stuff like that. Like they're just like talking about like random shit, and like the one topic they're like people are like, I don't understand like why I like girls always want to have threesomes with me and stuff and blah blah blah. And like so like I had asked a question there. I was like, I don't get it. Like how come I'm always turned down? Like I'm offered them, and then like when this girl like is with me. All of a sudden, her mood changes and stuff, and she's like, "No, I don't want to share you anymore," and stuff. And it's like, "Why?" And I had a bunch of girls commenting and being like, "It's called the dick's too good," and I was like, "What?" And they're like, "Yeah, because like they get possessed with it. They're literally obsessed with your dick, and they don't want to share it anymore. It has nothing to do with you as a person. They're like, get sloppy." And I was like, "What if I get sloppy? They're gonna fucking leave." Like, so what the fuck do I do? Like, just call it a day and just. Oh my god.
Yes.
Aw.
I don't make the rule.
You do! You're literally a female!
I don't do shit. I do not make the rules. I just follow them. That's it.
Yeah. Like there's one girl I used to casually see, like we used to be good friends and stuff, and she she literally tried pimping me out to her fucking friends. And I was like not like sell me, but like she would boast about me and be like, "Oh my god, you have to like sleep with Matt." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And she's like, "Well, I tell all my friends they should sleep with you and stuff because like you're good at it and
What?
you like understand a woman's body." I'm like, "What?" Like, what? I would never sleep with someone and be like, "Damn, it's so good, I'm gonna go share her with my friends." Like, no. Like, I don't know.
The fact that you even had to consider this shit is like nuts.
I don't know.
Like, what? What is with people? I'm so concerned for humanity for a lot of reasons, but
Like,
one of them is just like,
I thought something was wrong with me for the longest time. Okay, I was like, "Am I doing something wrong? Like, am I bad? Like, is it I'm that bad? I'm not worthy of having this?" Like, and then like all the girls would be like, "No, man, it's called possession. Like something so good you don't want to share it anymore." And I was like, "The fuck." Like,
well,
that's literally not fair.
congratulations. You're never getting that life experience.
Apparently. Fucking apparently.
Have fun with that knowledge. I hope you enjoy it.
But like the girl's coming over, I was like, "Yo, you ever had threesomes before?" And she's like, "Yeah." She's like, "I have threesomes with my friends all the time." And I was like, "Okay, well, can we have threesomes with like one of your friends?" And she's like, "No." And I was like, "I thought you said we could have a threesome." She's like, "Yeah, but not with my friends." And I was like, "What? You just said you have them with your friends all the time." And she's like, "Yeah, but like, I don't want my friends to touch you." And I was like, "What? Fuck. Like, I don't get it."
Be proud of yourself instead of questioning your life decisions, Jesus.
I've lost sleep over it before, okay? To the point where I'm like, am I that bad? Like, am I really, like, am I disappointing? Like, I joke about it all the time. I'll be like, "I'll come over and I'll disappoint you. I'll give you your best 30 seconds of your life and shit." Like, but, fuck.
Matt, no one thinks you loser.
I do.
Well, that's too fucking bad. You need to get over it.
You hear it? Wait, where's the Uber? Drop off in 6 minutes. Weird. Don't know why my Uber app didn't tell me if she even left. Never had that happen before. Yeah. So I always wondered why too, like my son's mom's friends would always like try to hit me up and shit like that and try to get me to cheat on her and stuff, and like, yeah. Then I found out why. She was like, "Oh, well, she'd go around and like boast about you all the time and stuff, so like we all wanted to know." And I was like, "What?" That's like the last thing I do. I do not go up to my buddies and be like, "Damn, bro, my girl is so fucking good." Like, that's my private life, I guess. Like, sure, I could be like, "Yeah, bro, I just got laid," but like I ain't gonna go up to my buddies and be like, "Yeah, bro, best of a JJ I ever got in my life." Like, just, you know, like, I don't know.
That's like disgusting.
What? The word vajayjay?
Yeah.
I know. It's so
I
funny
don't
sounding.
like you for that.
Yeah. I felt bad too, because I used to be like not like a counselor, but kind of, or I worked with like teen kids back in the day, and like this one kid, they called him Vajayjay all the time, and he's like, oh, I don't know why people call me Vajayjay all the time. I had to sit him down. I'd be like, dude, you need to tell your friends to stop calling you that. And he's like, why? And like, they're calling you a pussy. And he's like, what? And like his eyes, when he realized like what Vajayjay meant, felt so bad for him. Like his eyes like widened. He thought it was like a funny little nickname. And I was like, nah.
Poor
I
man.
was like, nah, bro. They're being mean to you.
That's crazy. That's like messed up on so many levels.
Yeah. Because his name was literally JJ. So they called him the JJ instead.
I'd cry. Like, imagine. Stupid. Fucked up. Evil. There's a lot of actors, but... Ooh.
Oh. Where'd she go? Where did Black Arrow go? Rudder. What happened? I don't know. She like just DC'd. Then I asked her where she went. I don't know where she went. What was I gonna do? Right, I was teleporting there. Oh, yeah, Hawk, you wanna see something fucked up? Watch this. Actually, before we look at it, what's the best support in the game? What's the best support in Marvel Rivals? PC okay? Tremerdy. I think you saw me playing this before. I'm back on it because I played a lot of Marvel Rivals and I got pretty far in it. Here, I'll get off this now. Oh, can't while you're in combat state. Well, I'm out of combat state. Okay, I'm gonna end my stream now, guys. We'll be back on later tonight at some point.